G'day everyone, beautiful sunny day here at the Caravan and Camping Show, and I have with me here Schultz. Now Schultz, you've got a very, very unique product, and I've walked past here several times. We've tried to get you to tell people about the product, but you've been too busy with heaps and heaps of people, so we're very grateful to have the opportunity to have you tell us over your, well, what do you call it?
A Boatahome.
Boatahome.
Yes.
So that's a good slant on a motorhome, and is it? Boatahome works well. Can you tell us all about it? Here, grab the mic and tell us all about you.
Yeah, so basically what it's all about is the fact that you can tow it, live in it, and also then put it on the water and use it as a boat. So I had a good example a couple of months ago. I actually went to Harvey Bay, had 2 beautiful days on the water, and then the wind started to play up a little bit, so I simply took it out of the water on the trailer back into the caravan park for another week. So it's sort of a dual purpose thing. The other thing too about them is the fact that they're a smooth watercraft, so that actually means you can go not on the open water, but in the estuaries and the straits, like between Fraser Island and the mainland over there. On a good day, like any boatie, you've got to pick your day. This boat here is just shy of 8 meters, it's 7.9 meters. It is actually 10.2 meters on its trailer and weighs about 3.1 ton. So that would sort of put it in the leagues of your bigger off-road caravans. And their price point is actually pretty good to compare to an off-road caravan. And then also, as you can see, it sits on a full aluminium trailer, and it's got really good running gear and stuff underneath there for dunking it in the salt water. And then obviously you need this boat, you can still tow with a 3.5 ton towing capacity vehicle, and you have your Suzuki motors, lean burn motors on the back. I opted to put 60s on mine because I add a little bit of weight in the sense of I got big solar on the top and all lithium batteries inside, so I add a little bit more weight than what the usual ones have, but that means I'm completely off the grid. There's no gas in it.
I have to say, Schultz, I walk over and the first thing that got me actually was I love what they've done on this A-frame with the ability to get up into the boat from the front there with this step design. I think that's absolutely fantastic. It looks like it's very easy to put back on the trailer. You've got the electric motor here to pull it back on. It is a tri-hull, is that right?
This one is a triple hull. This is the latest of the invention. So they used to have just 2 hulls up until this one. This is the very first triple hull, and it's actually very stable on the water. And that 3rd hull gives it more buoyancy, of course. So this boat sits about 2 inches higher than its predecessors, which is good because I added a little bit more weight, so it sort of worked out really well.
It's still a planing hull, isn't it?
It is a planing hull. This boat can reach up to 22 knots.
Yep.
And is very comfortable at about 18 knots. Although most of the time I just putt around, because that's what you do with houseboats, you relax and you putt around. It's only when I need to get it out before dark that I would up and go a little bit to sort of make use of the daylight and then get it back on its trailer. That's if I'm not overnighting. Sometimes I stay out for about 3 days or so on the water.
Schultz, take us through this, will you, mate? Because I'm busting to see what it looks like inside.
Yes.
It's so nice looking on the outside.
Yeah.
I'm just excited about what the inside's going to look.
Certainly.
Come and show us.
So, by all means, when you walk up your steps, of course, you've got hand railings, as you can see, which makes it pretty safe. Then when you're at this point, then you've got 2 choices. You can either go up on your sun deck. Obviously, when you're on land, it's a little bit intimidating because on the trailer it's pretty high. But in the water, well, it's not so bad because then you can climb up there. You can actually put a bimini cover up there if you want to, and tables and chairs. As you can see, mine is loaded with solar, but you don't have to put as much solar on it as I've got on this one, obviously. And then the one in the front here is actually the bunk bed that you use inside. So if you're not using that bunk bed, you can simply stow it there, and when you use it, you bring it inside the cabin, put it inside, and then that's your fourth bed. So it's got a queen size bed inside, which doubles as a bunk during the daytime if you want to, or you can leave your bed made. And then in the back, your table also your dining table turn into a bed. So that's your third bed. So on the inside, as you can see, there's your controls, your steering. They're actually pretty easy to operate. The fact that you sit right at the front of it feels like you're driving a bus, which is pretty much what you're doing. And what's good about that, when you approach your trailer, you sit right at the front and you see exactly what's happening. Where with other boats you sit maybe a couple of meters back and the nose of the boat is in the way and you're sort of just guessing. With this you can see. And then over on the left hand side there, you've got your anchor box in that corner behind that hatch. And then this bed just simply slides out to complete your queen size bed in here. If you have a look overall, you've got overhead cabinets both sides. So there is actually a lot of storage in these boats. And they have got a shower and toilet, of course, built into them, which is pretty convenient. If you have a look in there, it's all well finished and everything works really well in there. Now this boat in particular has got a macerator toilet in with a 60 litre holding tank. The boat itself, as far as fresh water goes, got 160 litres of water, so two separate 80 litre tanks, and then a 100 litre fuel tank. So obviously if you're out for a couple of days, you need that extra water. And then again, like I said, this the table and chairs turns into a bed. And notice the two little brackets up here. You've got them on the other side as well. That's where that little bunk bed fits in. Now what's good about the layout of this boat, from this point backwards, it's all entertaining. From the front of the fridge forward, that's your sleeping and the control part of it. Now as you can see, it's got pretty much everything a caravan's got in. It's got television, and this particular one hasn't got any air conditioning on it, because I find on the water, you put the anchor down, she turns nose in the wind, and the wind just comes straight through, and it's really nice and cool in here.
Yeah, get a nice cool breeze travelling through it. I like this rear deck too.
Yes, we do make a shorter one, which is about a foot shorter. So obviously where you lose out is that deck actually shrinks a little bit, and it's surprising what a big difference it makes. So this one is 7.9 meters. The one I'm talking about is about 7.6. So your trailer obviously is a foot shorter as well that it sits on. So in this one I've got a 150 litre fridge with a freezer at the top, as you can see. And we sort of opted to put vinyl in this one. You have the choice to put vinyl or carpets. And as you can see, everything is well finished and properly done. It's easy to clean. And then in the back here on your deck, you've got 3 hatches where you can, it's like boots, where you can store a lot of stuff. And then as you can see, you've got your motor wells, where obviously some of the gear of the running gear and stuff of the motors come out. And then you've got all stainless steel gates in the back. Now there again, you've got choices. You can have only 1 gate at the back, or you can have 3 or just 2. You can basically option it up to yourself. And then in here you see you actually got bifold doors that you can fully close this part, or you can simply put your fly screen in. If it's hot at night, you can just put your fly screen on and then still enjoy the outdoors.
This is a fantastic product. So this is actually built here in Queensland, isn't it?
That's correct. It's built on the Sunshine Coast by a company called Boatahome. They've been building these for the last 11 years. They've built 42 boats so far. And this, like I said, is the first of the triple hull ones. And it's like everything, it always evolves, it never stops, stagnates. That's how our industry works.
So Luke's the man at Boatahome?
Yeah, Luke's the man to talk to, Luke and Vivian. It's also a family business, and they're really easy to deal with.
Mate, you've been fantastic. I know you've been busy. I know there's more people out there desperately wanting to come and have a look at these boats. So, mate, thank you so much for your time today. We really, really appreciate it.
No
and
problem at all.
you got look. If you're interested in this, you know where to go. It's
Boatahome on the Sunshine Coast. It's easy. Just go to the website and you'll get a lot of information there.
website is boatahome.com.au.
Yes, that's correct.
There, you've heard it first here. Thank you very much.